Every time this little Mustang's parked for a couple days, the battery goes dead, which means it has a parasitic draw. What I've done is make sure that there's nothing in this vehicle that's going to have a draw on the battery right now. So there's no cell phone chargers plugged in, there's no lights on or anything like that. I've also made sure that my battery is fully charged. I went ahead and disconnected the negative battery lead. I'm going to take my multimeter right here, and I went ahead and I switched the positive cable on this over from where it normally sits for reading ohms and things like that over to this 10 amp max spot. And then I'm going to move this over to amps and then switch it to DC. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the red cable on the battery cable, and I'm going to touch this black one right there to the lead on the battery, and that hooks it up in unison, and it shows me that right now, since this is set to amps, I have a 0.267 amp draw that's happening on this battery. And just to convert that to milliamps, that would be 265 milliamps, and really acceptable on this car is more like 50. And you can, acceptable range, depending on how old the car would be, anywhere from probably 25 to 75. But if you're seeing 100 or more, you definitely have a problem. So now, let's move forward with diagnosing exactly what's causing that problem. Go ahead and clamp this in place. Then, move over to the fuse box located inside the vehicle. Now on a newer car, a lot of the fuse boxes are also under the hood, or at least half of them are, and so I'd probably start under the hood. But for this one, I am starting right here. So what you do is you just start pulling out fuses one by one until you see that amperage draw on your multimeter drop down. And because this one's inside the car and I'm gonna have the door open while I'm doing it, I'm gonna hold in the door button, and that way the light that comes on when the door is open doesn't change the results of my test. So when I pull out this one right here, it goes away. So I know that now that my problem is located on whatever circuit this fuse happens to use. So that ended up being location number 8 in my fuse box, and according to my manual, on that one is courtesy lamps, key warning chime, fuel filler door, glove box lamp, engine light, clock, and power windows. So because that's most of my lights and things like that, the first place to start would obviously be just to ensure that there was indeed definitely no lights on that I wasn't aware of. So I went through all the different types of lights and things like that in the vehicle, and what I found was that this glove box light is actually malfunctioning. And so if I look, I just pushed it all the way in, yet the light just stayed on. And so out, lights on, in, lights still on. So that's my parasitic draw. So I just need to fix this. Got that all fixed. I'm running a parasitic draw test now just to make sure that we are indeed all fixed, and you can see a massive drop in the amount of draw I'm experiencing. I'm actually down to 3 milliamps, so that's really good.